those that have followed women's basketball for a long time have known this. Like, it's an exciting game. The players are there for 4 years, so you're able to kind of grow with the players, know their stories, know their careers.
I'm Tony Anderson for Sports Seriously, and joining me today is Candace Parker. We are talking women's hoops, and who better to talk about women's hoops than one of the greatest basketball players in college women's hoops history. Candace, talk to me about your Connect to the Madness campaign.
Yes, I'm super excited to partner with AT&T and basically just so proud to be partnering with them and creating more equity within women's sports. And this time of year, that happens to be filling out women's brackets just as you fill out men. We've seen the eyeballs that have been on the NCAA tournament from last year, and there's definitely going to be carryover into this year. So it's just getting everybody to fill out both brackets. There's heartbreak in March, and why not just double down and have it twice, right?
Indeed, double the madness. Candace, you kind of alluded to my next question. I've been covering college basketball for a while. This year, though, it seems like there's something different about the women's game. Like, the energy surrounding it is actually, and I don't want to compare the two, but the women's game actually has bigger brand name stars than the men's. How do you think that happened, and what are your thoughts on that?
It's interesting. I think that those that have followed women's basketball for a long time have known this. Like, it's an exciting game. The players are there for 4 years, so you're able to kind of grow with the players, know their stories, know their careers. They're a part of the actual, programs for a long time. And then just now the game to back it up. It's exciting. And I think it does have a lot to do with just eyeballs and it being shown on television. I mean, you look at the NCAA tournament last year, everyone was so surprised that it was record viewership. It was actually record viewership because it was the first time ever played on ABC in prime time. So I think just giving the game an opportunity to succeed has been the first step, and we've seen how valuable that has been.
Candace, you remember some years back that video went viral of how the women's sort of setup was and how it was so different and way worse than the men's. In hindsight, do you think bringing attention to those inequities in the women's and men's game helped see what we have today?
I definitely think that was a step in the right direction. It put everybody on notice as to, just a tangible thing that is the difference between men and women in such a weight room and facilities and things like that. Things that people within women's basketball have known for years and years and years and decades. And so I think it definitely brings attention, and there's always steps and there's always pivotal moments. And I think that was one of them for sure.
You mentioned earlier there's going to be some heartbreak. There's going to be some smiles and some fun. Some may say too much fun. We're talking storming the court. What are your feelings on fans and player and people storming the court?
I definitely understand the hesitation with allowing it and why there have been so many penalties and a lot of rules to discourage it. But it is a part of the game, and it's so much fun anytime you are able to upset a number one team and your fans are a part of it and storm the court. I think player safety is a big part. So as long as there's security measures in place to be able to get the players from the opposing team off the court before the whole court is stormed, I think that it should continue to be allowed.
All right, Candace, we're going to play a game, and it's actually a play on your name. We're going to ask, can Candace? So, can Candace see Texas doing well in this tournament?
Yes, of course. So my junior high school buddy, Lindsey Wisdom Hilton, is actually an assistant coach for Texas. Losing Rory Harmon at the beginning mid-season really, I think, impacted them, and they thought that they couldn't be where they are today. But listen, that's all about Vic Schaefer's defensive efforts, and now their offense is catching up.
Who can Candace see being this year's bracket buster?
I would like to go with, LSU, if you consider them a bracket buster, at a 3 seed, 2-3 seed. I would say LSU. They know what it takes to win. They know, they have a coach that is used to coaching in March. And so I think that they would be a team that you definitely have to watch out for. That Iowa LSU bracket is really, really, really tough. I think Nebraska is another team that in March, if you have the ability to knock down threes, you're in any game. And Nebraska can shoot the mess out of the ball.
Who can Candace see in the Final Four?
I got all 1 seeds. I got Iowa, I got Texas, I got USC, and I got South Carolina.
All right, and what I believe is the most important question, who can Candace see winning the national championship this season?
I think South Carolina gets it done. What Dawn Staley has been able to do in terms of just revamping and next man up mentality has been unbelievable. To lose 2 first-round draft picks to the draft, to the WNBA, and then come back, just reload and have a bench, they're super deep.
Hey, sports fans, if you want to see more conversations with athletes and stars, check out these videos right here and be sure to subscribe for more from USA Today Sports.